Good morning, everyone. I'm in this little plaza again. And that's one of the plazas. There's many of them here in Bruges. But there's a couple of motorbikes and scooters going past. So I'm going to walk over here into this little wooded affair with a statue and some gravel. Probably hear me walking on the gravel. This morning's video, it's called a vlog. That's right. I thought it was about time to just have a quick review because we're drawing to a close now. The Power of Now tour is drawing to a close. I'm in Bruges. I've got one more night in Bruges, provided my landlord can find me somewhere to stay. And then I'm on my way tomorrow to Dunkirk, and the following morning I'll be on the ferry back to England. So, what did I come here for? I came here to find a deeper meaning, a deeper purpose, something deep down about myself, probably, was the real reason. Okay, try and get a right thing there where the sun's not in your face. But I came over here with 3 messages for the people of Europe. Number 1, to let them know that the British people did not turn their backs on our brothers and sisters in Europe. Number 2, ask them to stick together, keep Europe strong. And number 3, to welcome us back when we surely do come back, hopefully not with cap in hand. Anyway, a quick review. I haven't met anybody over here who thinks that it was a good thing for Britain to leave the European Union. I met one person who's passionately against the Brussels fat cats. My landlady in Brussels. She's worked as an environmental lobbyist and is a very caring woman, cares about humanity and the planet and what have you. She hates the fat cats in Brussels, the bubble that everybody dislikes, I think. The kind of people who award themselves €9,000 a month pension from the age of 50, while they're telling everybody else you've got to work till 68 and you've got 50 quid. Those kind of people, and they're in cahoots with all the big corporations. She hates them, but even she didn't think that it was probably a good thing economically for Britain to leave. And then of course there's all the environmental issues and the integration and the free movement of people and what have you. Sovereignty, my arse. Anyway, so all the people have been very much of the opinion that it's not a good thing. And I asked them, by the way, do they know about what's gone on with the British? A doctor in Holland said to me, do we hear anything about it? Oh, every day is something about Brexit. Yesterday, in this square here, just over there, a Spanish guy came up to me. He said, I see the flags on your bicycle. Can I have a quick word? I said, yeah. He said, I'm from Spain. My name's Guillermo, and I studied in Britain. I went to university there, and I got my degree. He said, and I'm part of an organisation called Stand Up for Europe. And he said it's a great organisation, and we're trying to pull all the groups together who are fighting for the European cause. Because I told him about Pulse for Europe, the 2 German guilds. He said, yes, that's a German movement, and he said they meet every Sunday in cities across the European Union. They're a good organisation, he said, but there's many like them, and we need to pull them all together, and that's what my organisation is doing. So, and what he was saying is that governments and groups all over Europe have used Brexit as an example of how things can go catastrophically wrong if you get complacent and you make the wrong political decision. And I've had that feeling from everybody, the Dutch, the Belgians, the French, the Germans that I met outside the European Parliament. They've pretty much all said, it wasn't a smart thing for Britain to do. They feel for the British people because they know it's a mistake, and they fully recognise the mistakes that have been made by our politicians and the lies that we were told. So those 2 parts of my, in fact all 3 parts, I've been totally convinced that they don't feel that we turned our backs. They've all said that. They said we don't look at it that way. I said, I know. Here's a guy come picking up litter. Good morning.
Hello.
And so they don't think that we've turned our backs. Number two, they are very much sticking together, and there's organisations meeting all over Europe. And he said that the Pulse for Europe only started about 5 months ago, and his group, Stand Up for Europe, it's all recent things since Brexit. There's loads of them. And as regarding Welcome Us Back, they've everybody again put their hands out and said, of course we will welcome you back, of course we'll welcome you back. So it's put my mind at rest that all the three things that are my major concerns, they've all been addressed. And realise as well that I'm not meeting everybody, am I? I'm not going into the ghettos, and I'm not meeting all the scrappers and the angry people. I'm meeting all the, you know, the run-of-the-mill people who are in the main affluent areas, I suppose. I've been through a few scrappy bits, but I didn't actually speak to them. I got out of there quick. Got off a train the other day in Brussels, and I thought I'd landed in Libya. Flipping it, did I want to get away from there quick. All men, 100% Arab men everywhere, hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds of them. No women, no blacks, no whites, just all Libyans. But there you go. So I didn't sit down and have a chat with them. But pretty much wherever I've gone, it's gone well. Now then, we've got one more day. I'll do a review. Hopefully it'll be a bit more exciting than this, and I might even wait till I get home and get on the computer and put together a little montage with some music. But anyway, as regards Bruges, Bruges is beautiful. Last night I was a little bit thinking this is a bit shishy. There's loads of fancy damn restaurants and quaint, cute little shishy bars and restaurants where couples having romantic dinners, and well-to-do families were, you know, scoffing their nosh and a glass of wine, and then after they'd just been in a nice little chocolate shop buying all the quaint. It's a bit too quaint, you know, a bit too shishy. But I've got up this morning and I've seen bicycles going everywhere, young people riding on bicycles, going to school, and people going to work, people going to the office. I put my GoPro on and had a drive round the canals and the houses, the alleyways, the cobblestones. In fact, the GoPro's not going to be good coverage because it was kind of bouncing like that on my head. I was hoping my neck would work like a gimbal, and that's something that these YouTubers use to keep the camera steady. Anyway, I don't think it did. But we'll see later. I won't see that until I get home and put the SIM card into my computer, not SIM card, SD card into my computer. Anyway, so that's it for this morning. I think, oh no. I don't know whether I mentioned this. There's the doctor who said, yes, we hear about it every day. It was Guillermo, the Spanish guy, yesterday. Also yesterday, I met a chap in Ghent. He was a gent from Ghent. And he said, he was talking and he said, oh, and another thing, this man Farage, he said, I'm sorry, but this man is an idiot. I said, no, don't be sorry. I said, I detest and loathe the man and everything he stands for. He said, he is an idiot. And this is just a gent from Ghent going on about Farage. I didn't think they'd know about people like that, but obviously they do. They're well clued up, and they're getting it pretty much every day on their telly. Yeah, no, it's been great. I'm going to enjoy my last day in Bruges. Go around, take a few more pictures. The trouble is, you can't stop taking pictures. The place is so nice. And this has been Andy Rose for the Power of Now tour. Sat on a bench in a little plaza in Bruges, now heading off to have his breakfast.